So we want to create a CMS WordPress site, right? So there are any number of options, and if you wanted to make a live site, you would have to go and purchase a host, and you would have to usually when you purchase a host, you have to purchase for the full year. It's not usually a monthly thing, so you just pay up front for a full year, or they'll usually have a year subscription or a 3-year subscription, and obviously the longer you do it, the cheaper it is per month. And they also have like how much space you're allowed, how quick, how fast people can download your content. That sort of stuff will also be kind of tied into your subscription fees. That is how the WordPress is meant to be used. You're meant to have a host, and you upload you create the website either on there, or you upload your content onto it. And then you would also have to have a domain name, which usually you have to pay yearly again, and that's much cheaper. Where a hosting might cost $20 a month. A domain name will be like $10 a year, so it's a lot cheaper for the domain name. And just as a reminder, the domain name is the name of the website. So like when you go to my website, it's teachmecone.com. I just have to pay to basically license that name, so that when you type that name in, it goes to my host. Okay, a lot of them will offer to do both when you do that. In an effort to make this class not expensive, but to also still teach you this, what we're going to be doing instead is we are going to create a local environment that will basically fake that it's on the web, and we will host it ourselves on our own computers, which means that other people will not have access to it, but we will be able to, implement all these technologies and utilize them and learn about it. And then you would just apply the same thing we're doing on your local computer. You would just apply that to, in the future, you would just do that on the actual host. But I don't want to have to make you guys pay for a whole year subscription, because it would probably be, around $100 or more. Like I said, I'm just trying to make it cheap. So instead, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have to create that local environment. There's a bunch of different options. One is a MAMP, which means if you have a Macintosh computer, Apache, MySQL, PHP. So these are the basic technologies that be required in order to do it. There's also WAMP, which is Windows, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. There's also LAMP, which is Linux, and then there's XAMPP, which I think is all of them. But basically, it's kind of annoying, because what you have to do is you have to install these different things onto your computer, and then you have to make them work together. So instead, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using this software called Local, which is by Flywheel, which is the company that I am currently hosting my website on. It will actually automatically, has its own little interface. You open it up, and it will automatically install all the technologies necessary and create all the folders and things that you need in order to create a local environment. That's why it's called Local. From there, if you do so desire, you could save your site. You could go and purchase a host, and then you could upload it. Or Local itself, the reason why they make this software is that you can pay them for a subscription, just like you would for any other host. And then they have like a button that will upload what you made from your computer locally to, on their servers and make it live. You're not required to do that. Local's not necessary, or Flywheel's not necessarily the cheapest host, to be honest. There are probably better options out there. I'm just mostly just mentioning that as an option. So I like to use it just because I did do that. I had made stuff locally, and then I was uploading it, and that's thusly what you see here. This has much been it's been evolved since what I first originally made. So that's what we're gonna be using is Local. And again, if you click on this link, you'll see where it is. And then the next ones, we're gonna actually start creating our site.